The year is 1959 and the magazine Pilot has just had its first issue. No, the year is 50 before Christ. Gaul is entirely occupied by Romans. All of Gaul? Not entirely, because we're looking at the world of Asterix here, and our game is Asterix and the Magic Cauldron. You're most likely familiar with the premise of the story. Well, if you're interested in European comic books, that is. If not, let me give you the abridged version here. Instead of conquering all of Gaul, in this fictional universe, one small village stood strong against the Roman army. They accomplished that by the use of a magic potion, which their local druid, Getafix, created. The potion gives them superhuman strength. The hero of the stories, which were by the way created by René Goscinny and Albert Uderzo, is the smart, nimble Gaul by the name of Asterix, and his well-built buddy Obelix, who encounter a lot of adventures that don't necessarily really reflect the real-world history, but at least lean close to it. In Asterix and the Magic Cauldron, Obelix broke the cauldron that is used to brew the magic potion. 7 pieces of it are scattered all over the game map, though they always landed in the same spot every playthrough. So, with only a small bit of the potion left, the village is of course threatened to be overrun by the Romans that live in the forts surrounding them. These forts are, at least in the British translation, called Totorum, Aquarium, Laudanum and Compendium. And yes, the series likes to go for puns. Admittedly, in the game you only see 3 of the camps, if you know where to find them. The problem is that this game does not use a very static map. If you leave a screen to the right, you're not always getting back to the original screen you were on when you go back left. Technically speaking, this is referred to as a topographical maze, which is a technique that has been employed in text adventures to make mazes just seem so much more spacious. So you walk around, joystick in port 2, trying to find the missing 7 pieces that are scattered around, but as I said, they're always in the same places. The bigger problem besides the Roman military is hunger, and your character Asterix, as well as the AI-controlled Obelix, the big fella who follows you around, are apparently on a strict boar diet. So you also need to hunt boars, of which a maximum of 5 can be carried around at any moment in time. If the, let's call it a ham signal, if that signal blinks, one of the boars is consumed. If you don't have any boars left, well, you die and lose, I believe you only lose 1 of your 5 lives. If you approach anything or anyone that you can fight, that by the way includes living boars to replenish your boar supply, a small window, a close-up screen pops open. Here the controls are a bit different to the overworld controls. With up you jump, left and right move you left and right, and down means duck. But that changes when you press fire first. Then up is a hook. Left and right are regular punches, and down is a low kick. If you're on the losing end of a fight, move away from the enemy and stay away. And about 2 seconds later, you should be escaping. If you don't even engage an enemy while in the combat window, you surrender and are sent to the dungeon of the arena in Rome, where you actually have to go in order to complete the story. Combat mode is also entered if you approach objects of interest, like the pieces of the cauldron. And let me tell you, those pieces, they're very hard to miss because they glow. But you can enter them, pick them up, and then the window closes. Oh, the magic potion, yeah, I almost forgot. The magic potion is activated by double tapping fire in the overhead world view. It gives you an enormous energy boost and makes your hits much stronger. However, you can use it only once in the entire game, and after a while the energy just depletes, so to speak. In the original release of Asterix and the Magic Cauldron, you can only pick up 6 of the 7 cauldron pieces that are lying around. That's due to a programming bug which makes one of the pieces unreachable, even though it is technically there. Unfortunately, in that case it's hidden in a wall. But most modern hacked versions actually fix this bug. And that's Asterix and the Magic Cauldron. If the gameplay seemed familiar to you, but the title is completely foreign to you, there are good chances you are from the United States and have played Ardok the Barbarian, which, aside a few sprite changes and a completely different title screen, is the exact same game. Well, in 2 weeks I will be talking about something most people find boring: golf. Because I will be talking about leaderboard.